Hello and thanks for joining me. My name is Julie and this is Stamp with Julie Baum. For today's Simply Saturday episode, I am showing you an easy to make project. So this is not a card, and most Simply Saturday episodes are fast and easy cards, but I wanted to show you how to make this little treat holder because it's August. All of the holiday stuff is starting to come out. If you're gonna think about little projects to do for Christmas, you gotta start early. And so I just wanted to show this to you, and I think you're gonna love it. The main thing that I'm showing you is how to make the actual container. I didn't spend a lot of time on fancy decorating. We're gonna do one that's really fast and easy, and then I'll show you a couple others that took a little bit more time and effort on the decorating. So here we go. You're going to start with a 6x6 piece of paper. Now, this is part of a 6x6 pack that is coming in the fall mini catalog, or the holiday mini catalog, if you like to call it like that. It's funny because it's called Take a, and then it's spelled B-O-W. Now, that word can either be bow, which would make sense, take a bow, or it could be bow, since it's spelled the same way. And we do have some special bow making products coming in that catalog. So I really don't know if this paper is take a bow or take a bow, but it's part of a pack of 6x6 paper, very classic Christmas colors, and I just love it. So I'm showing you that. The stamp set that I'm going to use is a retired set, but of course you can use whatever you like. My main point is showing you how to make this container. So place your 6x6 paper onto your Simply Scored. If your paper has a direction, you want it in the correct direction at this point. So if this is up of your print and this is the bottom of your print, you want to start with it just like this. Mine is non-directional, so it doesn't matter. You're going to score at 1 inch, 2.5, no, scratch that, 2 3/4, 3 3/4 inches, and 5.5. Let me repeat that since I started to mess you up. You're going to score at 1 inch, 2 3/4 inches, 3 3/4 inches, and 5.5. Then you're going to take your paper, turn it clockwise a quarter turn, and simply score at 1 inch. You see that I have markers here for something different, so that's why we're not paying attention to that. I have those prepared for a class that I'm teaching a little bit later. All right, so we can move our scoring tool out of the way. I just clipped my camera as I did that. Let's get you guys settled again. All right, so take a bone folder and go ahead and reinforce all of those nice score lines. Let's fold our creases. This is such a fast project, and because it only takes a 6x6 piece of paper, that is extra special in my book. Okay, we've done all of our folding. Now we're going to take our scissors, and I'm going to show you. This side is a little bit harder to see because of the design. I might flip it over and show you on this side because it's a little bit simpler to see with your eyes on camera. But what we're going to do is this skinny edge over here, we're going to completely remove this little rectangle down here. So I'm going to cut on the line and on the line and remove that little rectangle. Okay, then I'm going to cut on each of those score lines. So, and you just stop when you get to the line that it's going to cross. Sometimes when I'm making these types of projects that fold up like a box or a bag, I do a lot more trimming of the tabs, but on this one you don't even need to do it. It's so lightweight, it doesn't go together in a clunky manner, so you don't even need to trim out your tabs. If you want to trim this one, you can, and I do like to do that. So I'm just going to make a little angle there and a little angle here. Okay, that is all the cutting. Now, on this little area, this tab, we're going to put our tear and tape. And where has mine gone? Here it is. Okay, we're going to take our tear and tape and place a piece all the way along that tab. Okay. Sealing this up is really easy because I'll show you before I peel this off. Before I peel this off, all we're going to do is fold it in half and it's going to seal right where it needs to go. I love when that happens and you're not trying to figure out and line it up. Nope, we're just going to fold it on one of the folds that we've already created, and that's all it takes. So I'm just going to fold that and seal it. Okay, the open part is the top of our little treat container. The little flaps go at the bottom. And so what I'm going to do is fold those in. I do the 2 small ones, 1 large one, and then we're going to put some adhesive here and seal that shut. See? Super easy. Super easy. All right, now it's a little bit tricky to press this end tightly because there's really like nothing to press against it. Like you don't have any anything firm. So I'm just gonna stick my bone folder down in there and press. All right, that way I'm getting that tape to stick on those little flaps, that final flap. All right, the next thing we're going to do is just take the little holder now, and I take my index fingers and just kind of rest them on the side here, and you're just going to pinch it closed, like so. Okay, you don't need to do any scoring or any cutting or any folding. You just pinch it and make it close like that. Now, at this point, you have a couple of different options. You can punch a hole in the top and tie your ribbon there. You can punch a hole here and a hole here and loop your ribbon through and tie a bow. Or you can simply tie your ribbon and your bow around it, which is the way that I'm going to show you. And then at the end, I'll show you some of the other variations. So I just have some real red ribbon here, and I'm going to take about 13 inches of it. I'm going to wrap it around my little treat container and tie a bow. Now, if you were actually using this and it's not just a sample, of course you'd want to fill it with your treats before tying your bow on there and finishing this off. All right, so I'm gonna tie my bow. Let's see if I can get it on the first try. I'm gonna call this my first try and a half. I didn't have to start all the way over, but I dropped the loop. There we go. All right, there is my real red bow. I love this little ribbon. It probably was a retired ribbon, but we have ribbon come out all the time in the different catalogs and online. So be sure and check what the options are for your ribbon. All right, I'm just going to trim that down. Now to decorate this, well, that was a little sloppy. To decorate this, I pulled in a retired stamp set called Be Jolly. And I'm just, again, we're going for fast and easy. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure my stamp is clean. All I'm going to do is stamp in real red ink one of these Santas. I will show you a different example if you wanted to stamp it in black and then color the Santa in, but we're going for really fast and easy. So we just stamped him in red and some quick fussy cutting. I don't mind coloring the Santa, which I've done probably hundreds of times, stamping with black and then coloring in, because really you only need a red and a black marker. Or if you're using your Stampin' blends, you can use your real red, light and dark, and your black, light and dark. Maybe a little yellow if you want to make the belt buckle look like it's gold. All right, so I just kind of freestyled fussy cut around the shape of my Santa. On this scrap, I'm also going to stamp Be Jolly. And I'm going to cut that out. I'll use large scissors for this nice straight cut. And let's trim this end down. Yep. And I'm not even going to put little banner ends on this. I'm just going to trim it straight, keeping with fast and easy. Okay, there we have it. Whoops. All right, so a little bit of adhesive on here. We can put our Santa on right there. Let's use some Stampin' Seal. And Santa can go right on here. And then for Be Jolly, I'm only going to put the seal just on one end, the B end, and just tuck it in here behind my bow. Like so. And you have a super easy and fast treat container. Let me show you how I decorated a couple of the other ones. All right, so this one is also with paper from Take a Bow. So here's the papers. They are super beautiful. I love just the traditional colors. I like the other colors too, but I like the red, green, and white for Christmas many, many times. So this time I stamped him, Santa him, in black and just did the coloring. As I mentioned, finished it the same way. And then let me show you two others. This is one that we made at the Christmas in July class. And we used paper from Green and Gold, Season of Green and Gold, and also did some little die cutting, our words at an angle. And on this one, you can see I did the punch a hole in the top and tie the ribbon that direction. So you can see the two different ways to finish it. And then on this final one, I used some retired paper, and I still used the Season of Green and Gold. That's not the stamp set name though. The stamp set that goes with that, and stamped and cut out bells and this little die cut. And then on this one is where I punched a set of holes and looped the ribbon through like so. So you can see, you can finish it many, many different ways. And there you have our Simply Saturday fast and easy project, and today it was a treat container. I'll put some information for you below this video in the description box, as I always do. You may have to click on the words to open that box and see all of the notes that I put there for you. And if you have never subscribed to my channel, I invite you to do that, and that way you will not miss any of the tutorials that I put up on here. Until next time, happy stamping!